Alright you guys, today I'm going to be showing you this Honeywell valve right here. It's actually on a Whirlpool water heater. I've been having problems with it ever since I got it. This is about 3 years old. It ended up going out completely. I was able to fire up the burners again, the burner down there. If you look in here, it has a little hole, peephole, where you can see if it's going. And if you can see down in there, I don't know if you can see down in there. Anyway, it is going, but I don't want to move this knob, because if you move this knob and you put it up to ABC or very hot, it's going to burn it out. The thing about this valve is it's been having problems on every unit they put it on. I don't know why they keep putting it on units without fixing it. But it's an electronic valve, and it is from Honeywell, and it's on a Whirlpool. If you go above hot, right now I have it in the middle between low and hot. If you go above hot, you're going to get a fault code. It's a fail code, and once it has a fail code, it's going to start blinking here. It's going to be, you're either going to get a 4 or you're going to get a 7. The 4 is high temperature shutdown, and the 7 is gas control or valve failure. Mine wasn't doing either one of them. But what it would do is I would go down, I would reignite it. Let me show you how to reignite this thing anyway. I'll show you real quick. All you're going to do, I don't even want to touch, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to go down, if you have no pilot light going, you're going to go down, put it to pilot, you're going to hold this button, hold it for like 30-40 seconds, then hit this button here, the igniter. Look inside your window while you're trying to ignite it. Ignite the button, hit the ignite button, hit ignite button, but hold this down. You got to continuously hold this down. Once it fires up, down here, you'll see down in the hole, once it fires up, hold the button on pilot. Just keep holding the button on pilot until your status light starts blinking. Once the status light starts blinking, then you're good to go, and then go ahead and turn it to hot or to low. I'm not sure about vacation, but don't go in your A's, B's, or C's, and I would just keep it right in between the low and the hot. It's plenty warm enough. If you overheat this thing, it's going to hit that fail button, or you're going to get your fail lights here, your 4 flashing lights, and it's going to go off. But anyway, so with mine, it was, I could fire up the burner, and it would go for just a little bit, then it would heat up. It would heat up to a certain point, and then it would just shut down. And it wouldn't give me any kind of flashing lights or anything. So I started trying to find out what was going on with it. Down here, there's one screw, what you take out. That's the only screw you take out to get this cap off. Then up here, there's these 2 clips. Just be careful when you take it off. I'm going to show you a picture in the end, what it looks like. There's a little board in there. And also down here, you can also try to reset it. This is the thermal reset button, what is right down here. You have to take this off here. It just slides out. I don't have any vents down here, little filters down here on mine. But here's the reset button, what's right here, and you just munch that in, okay? So if you want to try that also, I'm going to send you a link to a bunch of different ways to try to get this thing up and going again. There's several different ways that you can get this thing going up and going again. I've looked to see how much these are to replace. They are anywhere from, if you're out of warranty, they can be anywhere from $100 to $185 I've seen. So the first thing you want to do is, who I called was Whirlpool, but I guess you can call Honeywell too, and they will send you out a new, if you're under warranty, a new valve. But the only thing is they charge you $35 for shipping. So I don't know why they're charging you so much. You know, insult to injury. You're sitting here, you've already paid for the thing, you're still under warranty, but they want to charge you $35 for a part that probably doesn't even weigh a pound. So anyway, probably didn't cost no more than 50 cents to make. Anyway, so So what I ended up doing is when I was reading on some online about some of this, my water heater, it was still warm. It was warm still from just because I'm in Arizona, and probably when it heated up last time, I went ahead and I drained it. They say you should drain it every once in a while anyway, you know, just for maintenance, maybe every other year or something like that. I don't know, you'd have to look to see. But I drained mine. I got all the hot water out of it, and all you do to drain this is you just turn this little, get you a screwdriver, hook up you a hose to here, get you a screwdriver and just turn this part here and just drain it out. Oh, but you'll have to bleed it also right there, and just put that knob on your bleeder, your overflow, whatever you want to call it, your bleeder, your overflow. Put it directly in the middle. Let me get up here and I'll show you. You just take this and you put this directly in the middle, not at the top, but in the middle. You can hear it starting to come out. Okay, so you just bleed it out. And so I just went ahead and you know, it builds up sediment down at the bottom too, so you flush some of that stuff out. But this thing isn't even 3 years old and it's already giving me problems. I've had water heaters what's lasted for years, and this thing's already giving me problems straight from the get-go. Soon as after I bought it, it blew out like 3 or 4 times, and I would just come out and relight it. But throughout the 3 years I've had to come out here and relight it. So that's why I don't even want to touch any of this stuff. I'm just gonna leave it right here. I got my one flashing light, which I'm still good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link below for you guys to go ahead, and I'm not going to take this apart because I just got it going. I don't want to deal with it no more. It's been working for like 3 or 4 days, so I'm like, well, you know, I'm going to make a video because I'm sure there's people out there. I looked on YouTube and there wasn't very many videos going in depth on what this was. It was just showing guys going out and, you know, calling Honeywell and having to pay $35 to get this unit sent to them, which they've already paid for this unit when they bought this thing. Okay, so I mean, it's a scam. I don't know what Honeywell's up to or what they're doing, but almost every, I even went into Lowe's and Home Depot. They have a newer looking one, but it's the same thing. It's Honeywell. So, you know, I don't know how many people are getting scammed over this this particular unit, but it's not cool. Okay, so, and I showed you the thermal reset button, because if you call like Honeywell or you call Whirlpool, that's one of the first things they're going to ask you. Did you reset the button? Did you hit the reset button on the thermal for the thermal something, the thermal pile, I think what it's called. Anyway, so let's see. So just make sure you don't turn that above A, B, or C. I mean that's got to be awfully hot, you know. But I came out here and she had it cranked because she was so pissed off, and she had it cranked, and I think that's what did it. She cranked it so high, and I've told her a long time ago, don't go above that. So just go ahead and drain. If I were you, I would just drain it out anyway. Get the hot water out of it, and then I'm going to send you a link. What you're going to do is you're going to take this out, take this off. There's a small board in here, a small little board. All I did is I shorted my board. I just took a 2 pieces of just like speaker wire, and I shorted the board out. I think there's you can't see, but on the other side I think there's a small little capacitor in there what holds the little charge. So all I did was I just shorted my board. There's several different ways that you can get this back up and going, and if it doesn't work the first time, do it again. If it doesn't work the second time, do it again. Try again, because what it is it won't clear this fail code. There's a fail code, and once it's failed, it doesn't think that it can do anything about it. It's like it's overheated and it's never going to come back alive. So you have to clear. They should have like a clear button for that or something, or I don't know what the deal is with that, but they're definitely getting money off this thing. So you have to clear that fail code, and the only way you can do it, I've read some people have just taken this completely off and let it set for like 7-8 hours. Some guy said that he let his set for like an hour and it worked. I shorted my board across. Other guys said that you can take a battery and do something with it, and then you can take or you can do that. There's 3 pins in here, and you can short the left pin and the right pin across with each other. I just shorted my board out and didn't wait for the capacitor to release all the little bit of milliamps power that it has. So let's see, what else did I want to show you. I think that's it. What I'll do is I'll leave a link below to where you can read, and you can see what all the other guys did who ended up saving themselves a couple of $100. If you have a plumber come out, he's gonna definitely say you need to order one of these. He's not gonna short the board or anything like that. Then he's gonna charge you for a service call and blah blah blah. You know how it goes. You're gonna be $300-400 in deep when you could just buy a whole damn new unit. So what I'll do is I will show you the pictures that I have. So hold on, and I'll show you what it looks like, and it'll be on this link also that I want to show you. But just remember, main thing, don't crank this, because once you get that fail code, you get the 4 or the 7, which a lot of people, that's what they're dreaded for, the 4 blinks. I never had that, but I think what she did, it cooled back down, but then when I lit it up, it would just it would completely go out. I would get no status light, and I couldn't fire it up. So I mean, I could fire it right back up, but then it would burn. The burners would burn for a minute, then would get too hot because the water's already warm here in Arizona. That's what the whole problem started from, is because I came out and I turned it down to low, because personally, in 115 degrees, I like to take a cold shower, but for some reason my wife likes to take a scalding hot shower in the middle of the summer, and in the house she likes to sleep with blankets on, but wants to dump the AC. I don't understand that. I like to just sleep with a sheet and I'm good, and I like to take a nice cold shower, but she likes to have a scalding hot shower with, you know, big old blankets on the bed to sleep in. So I don't understand that. Anyway, I came out here and I turned this down to low, and she came out here pissed off and cranked it to C, or wherever it was. It was like on B or C, but I know it was bubbling hot, man. I mean, the water was scalding hot. So that pretty much tripped it. So if you guys are doing that, that's probably what's happening. If your wife's coming out here turning this up, or your kids are out here turning this up, I would keep it in this between right here, between low and hot, and just go with that. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you these pictures of what the board looks like in here side. I'm not going to take this off because I'm not going to mess with this again. But again, it's got these clips up here. Just pry it up. Once you get the one screw out of there, it doesn't take much to do. You don't have to take none of this stuff off here, man. None of it. Just take this screw off. It'll pop up. Oh, well, only things you do have to... Let's see. I took these off, and yeah, you're gonna have to take these off. Just take these off, get you some needle noses, and just pry it. These little doors on here, there's little doors on here, they do flip open, so be careful. Or if you can get your fingers in there and just to pull it out. I just did it with my fingers, but they were hard to get out, I'll tell you that. And that's it. You just got to get that one little screw out of there and take it off, and then you'll see that there's 3 pins in here. Be careful when you're putting it back on. Line everything back up, and you should be good to go. With this link I'm going to show you, I'll put it down in the descriptions, and I'll leave kind of something what I did, what one of the guys did, but mine was a little different. Like I said, I just shorted out the board. He did the pin thing. So anyway, just you got to keep on trying. Read this whole link, read everything what all the other guys did, and you should be able to get it to come back up without you having to pay an arm and a leg for it. So hold on, you guys, and I'm going to show you just the pictures of it real quick, and then we'll call it. Thanks. Hey guys, so here's the link I'm going to send you guys to take a look at this. I'm just going to record it off here instead of doing it other way around on my computer. But just be careful taking this out right here. Hooks into the little board back here. Just be careful taking that out. This is what it looks like, the little board. You don't really have to take the starter and everything out. If you can, if you want to, just go ahead and unplug that for sure. And then you're going to short. I just shorted my board with 2 wires, stuck them randomly on there, and just shorted it out. Okay, I didn't really go like, you could probably go over here in this corner and short it or something. But then there's the pins that you can do too. I'll let you read up on this. Let me show you this here too. Let's see. This is the link again, and well, here's the little connection. So read up on all this, and I just wanted to show you guys this just so that you could see All right, you guys, until next time, and until next time I do another video, you guys have a great day, and subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, I can try to help you with it, but this link should help you out. You guys should be able to fix this yourself without spending a bunch of money. I looked online on YouTube. They're showing, you know, just the valve when they were replacing it, where they had, you know, sent $35 to get it sent over to them for shipping. So this is more in depth. It kind of tells you what, if you're going to be doing this, I'm pretty sure you already know how to fire that thing up. But and I'm sure you already know that there's something wrong with this valve. So you just got to get that code to clear. It might take a couple of times. Just read this and you'll see that the guys tell you that just keep on trying a couple of different things. It's just that that capacitor's got to wind all the way down, discharge all the way down, or that something's got to reset that board to tell that that fail code is done. All right, you guys, until next time, thanks a lot.